giving visas or green card, whatever it is, passport, to reside in the country. When, maybe over the weekend when you are not at work, just visit some of the commercial centers in Abuja, and you will find expatriates selling chairs, selling tables. You will find expatriates selling bread.
Foreigners taking over our market, selling chairs, selling all manner of things that we ourselves must be doing. Who are we to blame for that? Uncle Adams, who are we to blame for that? I want us to go and watch this disturbing video where our uncle is talking about how foreigners are taking over our markets in Africa, and then come back and talk about it. But as usual, I'm calling on you again. If you are seeing us for the first time, this is One Africa Mission. We are missionaries, the #1 Africa mission. We are on a mission, and our mission is all about the unity of our continent and our collective dignity as a race. So please, if you want to see a dignified Africa, and if you believe that unity can give us that dignity that we are calling for, then please support our mission. How do you support us? It's just by sharing what we are doing, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done that yet. Follow us on Facebook if you haven't done that yet. And then also on TikTok. Do not just watch. This is what we are saying. If we really want to liberate the continent of Africa, then we must help push each other. So do not just watch. We are pleading with you. Help us, let us all together fight for this dignity that we think we deserve as children of Africa. Let's go and watch the video, come back and talk about it. It's very disturbing, you know. Let's see it.
No country in the world, not America, not China, not Europe, that allow all manners of people to come under all kind of guises, and they are giving visas or green card, whatever it is, passport, to reside in the country. When, maybe over the weekend when you are not at work, just visit some of the commercial centers in Abuja, and you will find expatriates selling chairs, selling tables. You will find expatriates selling bread, making bakeries. I don't want to measure their nationality, so I mean, I have to be a bit diplomatic. But there are clearly jobs that Nigerians can do, jobs that Nigerians have been doing, that have now been relaxed and transferred back. All the gains of indigenization, Nigerianization. As a union leader, I fought many employers when they seek to import expatriates to do jobs that Nigerians can do. And as it stands, somebody said it from Brass. If you check the document seriously, you will find technicians from foreign countries coming here as engineers, while our own engineers are working in foreign restaurants in Europe and elsewhere. I see foreigners managing supermarkets, small stores. As nobody can tell me that Nigerians cannot be a sales manager in a small company. And I'm not talking of a big scale business. And you see this expatriate, again, I don't want to mention just Abuja here. I will have a conversation with you as to the definition of what a Nigeria can do and what your honest judgment in Nigeria cannot do. And let's just do a test case of Abuja Capital Territory. By the time you go to Lagos and go to Chinatown, the picture might even be much more confounding. And recently, I am sure distinguished senators, honorable members, you will have read the newspapers about people from, after they measure our name, we too can measure their names. Chinese people being arrested by EFCC for Yahoo activities. Those ones came here with your permit. You have expatriate quota for Yahoo players. So I think these are issues we must take much more seriously. We mustn't allow one expatriate that has no business here to be here. He can visit as a tourist, but like every tourist, you go back at the expiration of your tourism. When I go around many places, the people I see, if you go to Kano, you will find Chinese working, doing bakery work, small stores. No, that cannot be. Because they don't allow Nigerians to go to their country to do those things, even though we have very cordial relationship with them. So I'd like to have your comment on it, and it's something that I think you need to, as a Nigerian, we all have a duty to secure those jobs for Nigerian young people, and even the not so.
Yes, so according to our uncle, there are foreigners who are now selling bread in our market. Bread, selling furniture. These are things that we ourselves should be doing. And I ask a question, who are we to blame for that? Are we to blame the foreigners or the government or ourselves? Because what he's saying is true, but the reality is that those of us who are supposed to be selling the bread, we are running away from our continent. So if the foreigners see the opportunity, why wouldn't they come and take that advantage of that? You can't blame the foreigners. And this is what we are saying. This is 2025, and then we have to be accountable and take responsibility for our actions. Because an African will sell his house, auction his business to run abroad. So if an Indian is in India or a Chinese man is in China, and then he see the need to come to Africa and then sell what you're supposed to be doing whilst you are running away, why wouldn't they do that? I said it before, it is only in Africa that somebody will sell their house for $15,000, go abroad and become a slave. A Chinese man will organize or will take a loan of $10,000, come to Africa and end up becoming a millionaire. Who are we to blame? Are we to blame the Chinese man? The Chinese also want to have a better life. So if they see the better life in Africa, let them come and take it. We too, we are running away. We think that the opportunities are out there where we go to become slaves. So we should stop blaming people for coming around, as just our uncle is saying. You go to the market, the Chinese are now, and then he's referring to Chinese. He said he doesn't want to mention names, but we know he's talking about the Chinese. But I don't blame the Chinese. The Chinese are looking for opportunities, and wherever the opportunities are, they will go for it. So if we think that running away is the solution, the Chinese think that coming in is the solution to them. So how do we blame them? The Chinese saw the need for them to come and take advantage of the opportunities that are there, and they are doing that. They are doing that. The people who are supposed to be selling this bread that you are talking about, majority of Africans want to run away from our continent. We would blame the government for that. The Chinese are not blaming our government. The Chinese are seeing the opportunities in Alaba market, in Makola market, in whatever market, in Kinshasa, in Addis Ababa. They are seeing the opportunities and they are coming in to get the opportunities. That is how Mother Nature has made the world. Go and look for opportunities. So if they see the opportunities, let them come and take advantage of that. The people who are supposed to be selling this bread, this furniture that you are talking about, those people are busy jackpying to the United Kingdom, to Canada, to America. Who are we to blame? Because we think that the government is not supporting us. So if the Chinese don't care about the government and they are taking advantage of the opportunities that are available, let them do that. Let them do that. You cannot blame those Chinese for taking advantage of what they think is good for them. You cannot blame them for that. We have to blame ourselves for running away from those opportunities, because we think that insecurity, the government is not doing this, a lack of electricity, power generation, this and that. complain, giving reasons why we don't want to stay. Just as he said, our engineers are running away to become care workers in Britain. Engineers, our teachers are running away to become care workers in Britain, in Canada. Our doctors are running away. So if we are doing that, why wouldn't the Chinese come and take advantage of that? The Chinese are not to be blamed. So yes, if we want to take the Chinese out, then we must also stay. Just the last time Mama Arikana was saying it, Dr. Arikana was saying there are more Ghanaian doctors and Nigerian doctors in New York and LA than both in Ghana and Nigeria. Who are you to blame for that? We will blame the government. We will say, oh, the government is not supporting us. The infrastructure is not good. The Chinese don't care about the infrastructure. The Chinese will come to Africa. They will go to a deep village and they will start farming there. Whilst you are running away from that, so who are you to blame? We complain too much as children of Africa, blaming everybody. The time has come. If we're going to continue blaming people for days, then 100, 200 years to come, nothing is going to change for us as children of Africa. The Chinese are not blaming nobody. The Chinese are looking for opportunities. And that is how the world is made of. Look for opportunities. They are looking for opportunities. And just as I said earlier, and I will repeat it again, we are selling our houses to go and become care workers in Canada and Britain. The Chinese are taking loans. You will sell your house for $20,000 to go to Britain and become a care worker. The Chinese will take $10,000 from China, come to Nigeria, go to Congo, go to Ghana, go to any part of Africa and become a millionaire. Can you blame him for that? You cannot blame the Chinese man for doing that because you don't want it. You are running away from that. So I don't see the need for us to continue to blame people for things that we should be doing for ourselves. We should also realize that those opportunities and stop complaining, blaming government, it is always blame game. Oh, there's no electricity, there's no security, there's no this, there's no that. The Chinese don't care about that. The Chinese are looking for opportunities and they are getting it in Africa. So what is wrong with us? Why complain? In many cases, we are so tribalistic that we will not even allow our own people to start businesses in some communities. We would rather give that opportunity to a Chinese man rather than give it to another person from a different tribe. These are all part of problems that we should be solving as children of Africa and stop blaming Chinese and blaming Indians and blaming Lebanese. We worship them and they take advantage of whatever is good for them. We see them as gods. So that is what they're going to do. They are nothing but just human beings like me and you. But if we see them as gods, then they will behave towards us as gods. They are taking advantage of whatever opportunities that Mother Nature has provided for the world. If the opportunities are in Africa, the Chinese must come and take it. And they are doing that. We shouldn't blame them. We cannot blame them for what they are doing. You are running away from that opportunities. You don't want to be a farmer. The Chinese man comes to your village and he's a farmer, and then you have problem with that. You don't want to be a bread seller. The Chinese come to your village and he starts selling bread, and then you have problem with that. You don't want to be a furniture seller, sofa. You don't want to do that. You are running away to Dubai. You are running away to Qatar. You are running away to Afghanistan. The Chinese man think that you need chair to sit down. He's providing you that. Why must you complain? Why must you blame the Chinese man for doing what he's supposed to do to survive? The time has come for we, the children of Africa, to stop complaining and face realities. Nobody is coming to save the continent of Africa. And if we don't stop this complain, 200, 300 years to come, our children will continue to be enslaved by the rest of the world. The time has come for children of Africa to come together, work together, and then provide ourselves what other people are providing for themselves and stop complaining. Thank you very much for coming around, please. If you appreciate what we are doing here, it is not easy, but as we keep saying, the road is going to be difficult for us to overcome and liberate ourselves from this colonial mentality. We must come together and work together to achieve this. So if you appreciate what we are doing, then join our mission. How do you join us? It's just, or support our mission. How do you support us? It's just by subscribing and sharing. Let us do it for ourselves, children of Africa. Let us do it for ourselves. When you are speaking like I am doing here in One Africa Mission, it's very difficult for people to listen to you. But if I was here dancing around and then cracking jokes, which everybody think that an African should be doing, then you'll see I will have 1 million, 2 million followers. But because we want to liberate the continent of Africa, nobody cares. But we must continue because this is what God has chosen us to do. So if you think you want a dignified Africa for the next generation of Africans, then let us do it together. Share what we are doing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, on TikTok. We must change the mindset of the African to see the beauty of the continent of Africa. Thank you very much.
We must unite now. We must have one army. We must have one currency. We must have one foreign policy. We must be united.